we're getting to see you here in Walker Independence. Was there something about Augustus or about the series itself that really made you want to be a part of it?
Yes, all of the above. Joining in, I was uh, very apprehensive at first because, especially with this genre, it's not always been kind to minority characters.
Mm.
So, for me, I was asking questions. I was like, "So is this going to be like this? Am I going to be a side character? Like, what is happening?" And Larry Tang and our show creator, Seamus Kevin Fahey, they assured me that this was not going to be your regular Western. This was going to be a true representation of what the West was back in the 1800s. And that drew me to it even more because I wanted to, anytime I join a project, I just want to tell a different story. I don't want to do the same old thing. I love characters that kind of change the narrative of what people think. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Well, how then was Augustus originally described to you?
Charming, handsome, no, honestly, when I got the character breakdown of Augustus, it was a little it was vague in the sense of like they just really wanted to see what you brought to it. It said that he was, of course, handsome. I mean, hey, not being too cocky, but yeah, he was handsome. He was reserved, but you could tell a lot by his eyes. So, with that being said, when I got the description, I was like, "All right, let's see." And then I got the material, and I was like, "Okay, I see what I see where they're going with." You can tell a lot by his eyes, and you can tell like he knows more than he leads on. Like there's just certain things in there that were in the writing that really intrigued me, and then the relationship with him and the sheriff,
Yes.
especially the sheriff being quote unquote the bad guy. I won't give anyway anything. But yeah, I was very interested. I was very interested. And I was like, there's something here. There's something here.
Were you given source material at all for Augustus? Uh, People usually look to like Bass Reeves for, someone who's African American and during that time
Mm.
period. Were they able to give you outside of maybe that limited perspective on him?
There was no source material that they gave me per se. There were things that I discovered when auditioning, doing the callback, and then the booking. I just wanted to dive more deep into the old West. And I
Mm.
was like, okay, what can I find out? What can I find out about black cowboys? And when I tell you the things that I found out, I was like, okay, Hollywood, you owe me an explanation. Because most of the Westerns that we've seen throughout our lifetime, they have these characters who are like just really badass lawmen. They're not to be messed with. They are feared. They are these just these entities that mean business, and that is Bass Reeves. And I'm glad that you brought that up because again, I haven't heard of anything from Bass Reeves. There's actually only one documentary done that I know of on Bass Reeves, one of the most notorious black cowboys in the 1800s. And I think that it's a shame, one, but two, I also learned that the word cowboy was only meant for black men.
Oh,
Right, right. Okay. So basically back in the day, of course, slave owners would say, boy, go get that cow, boy.
boy, yes.
So there was a lot of things that I discovered. And also too, I'm from Compton. So for me, I wanted to reach out to the Compton Cowboys and I wanted to dive more into what their history was, what they knew about Black cowboys to be true and factual. Um, so there was a lot of research I did on my own. Yeah.
You have some wonderful co-stars, and we see you and Matt butting heads a lot on screen these days.
Oh boy.
I think people tend to really enjoy that. I think that that's what I see the most response to the series is that you guys have such great banter with each other. Since you are a part of social media, what kind of fan feedback have you already been receiving to Augustus and the series itself?
Oh, they have shipped everybody on our show. Um, Me and Matt actually were talking about that the other day. I think they Hoidustis or something like that. They shipped me and Matt. They shipped me and Justin. They've shipped Kat and Katie. They've
They
shipped
do.
Katie and Lawrence. I'm like, it's so interesting because genuinely we all do get along. Like even on off days, like we'll go over somebody's house. But it's interesting to see that chemistry play out on camera and how each character has a different reaction to each character. It's not just the same old thing. Like Augustus and Callie have their thing. Augustus and Hoyt have their thing. And Augustus has this thing with Abby going on. So each character has a different response. So I am yeah, it's interesting to see fans actually take to it and really enjoy it. And I won't give away too much, but me and Hoyt will definitely have some more interactions.
Mm. I do love a good tease. This series is nonstop action, it seems like. And the costumes are amazing as well. Talk about slipping into Augustus and the incredible costume you wear.
Marion Toy is an absolute genius. Um, all of our costumes honestly tell a story of who the character is. And I remember the first fitting I did with Marion, she was just like, look, anything that you don't feel like your character will wear, it will not go to executives or anything like that. I want you to be comfortable. We are
Wow.
creating him literally from the ground up. And it was so interesting because she actually did research on Black cowboys as well. And Augustus, being a Buffalo Soldier, I don't think that's a giveaway. But if it is, so sorry, CW. But Augustus being a Buffalo Soldier and having that kind of military background, we wanted to keep him structured enough, but not too put together. So again, it was really interesting, and we all really do have a say in what we wear for our characters, and I mean, because that's honestly the thing. Like before you see the character, you see what they're wearing, and it's so interesting that Marion took like a dive deep into um, histories of the 1800s. It's a real testament to her talent and her art. Like she is absolutely amazing. Um, and it was actually notably, it was funny because also with me cultivating who Augustus is and trying to figure out certain things, Seamus, Kevin Fahey, and I'm kind of going off on a little rail, but Seamus, he had a gentleman that he used to work with, a Black gentleman, but he was very noble. And Seamus, when me and him were talking, he was just like, this is who I'm modeling this character after. And I was like, okay, I get the nobility, I get everything that you're saying. And it was so funny when I was doing my callbacks. They were like, "Where are you from?" Because Augustus has a very specific accent. And I was like, "I'm from Compton. However, my dad is from Louisiana." And that's who I also model this character after. So again, like me and Marion, we talked about everything. There was nothing that was left off of the table. And just being in the clothes for the first time and kind of walking and talking as Augustus really uh, uh, it not only set a fire, but it grounded me more in it. And it's funny, sometimes I cannot do the accent if I don't have Augustus's clothes on.
Oh, really?
I really can't. We do table reads all the time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna say these lines as me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're like, no, no, no. We need you to be in character at the moment, or they're okay with you being Philemon for the time being.
They understand. They understand.
Okay, good. You mentioned the incredible Compton Cowboys, but I also
Mm-hmm.
know you went to cowboy camp. What did you
Hmm.
learn separately from both of these experiences?
Um, Compton Cowboys. Talking about that first, I learned why they do what they do and why they are very adamant about bringing it to the youth of Compton. And honestly, anywhere else they're able to share their knowledge. That was a big help to me, and that responsibility and that weight of being able to make sure I am as responsible and as authentic as I can be, definitely was a help from them. Thank you. But Cowboy Camp, what can I say about Cowboy Camp? So I hadn't ridden a horse since I was 9. And what I mean by that is I got on a horse one time when I was 9. So they had asked me if I had any experience, and I was like, no, 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 but I'm down. I'm down to get on Rain Man because that is my horse. I love him. The when we came in for the pilot, the first week was very interesting because you kind of have to find the horse's rhythm. And Rain Man is a character on his own. He does not need me. He is a character on his own. And um, you know, the first day I got on set, I had to do a stunt. What you see in the pilot episode when Callian is perched on the hill and I'm coming up and I have to go around Callian. I had to do that on my first day of filming. I have had by that time a week of cowboy training, and Rain Man didn't want to go. He did not want to go. He was he was like, nope, nope. So it's very interesting. But honestly, horses are some of the best animals to work with because not only do you have to make sure you are calm. I mean, as the actor, sometimes like you can, get anxious before a take, or there's so many other things, but you really have to focus and ground yourself and just make sure you're calm because horses really do feed off of your energy. And if you are mad, angry, anything under the book that deals with complex emotions, the horse will feel it and you'll not have a great day.
Well, we've only seen a few episodes so far of this beautiful new show. Are there specific episodes that were your favorites to film without teasing epic moments to come? Outside of obviously day one was clearly quite memorable for you.
That's like picking kids. I can't. I can't. Yeah, geez, Louise. No, I won't. I won't pick a favorite episode. The only thing that I know to be true, and it's just because of the scripts that we get and the stories that we tell, is it just gets better with each and every single episode. Um, I'm just really, really excited for everyone to see how it progresses, the things that happen as it progresses, and certain characters that really do start to come into play.
So maybe we'll get
That's
to see
very
you.
vague, but it's a tease.
Maybe we'll get to see you more as a quartet coming up soon. All right.
I'm like, I can't give. Yeah, no. I mean, one thing I can say is our writers, our executives, and everybody from cast to crew, we all really do enjoy making our show. It is honestly such a highlight to go every single day and be with people. And again, we're just all really excited. That's the only thing I'm going to say. It just gets better and better, honestly.
My goodness.
I know I'm such a tease.
I think this is such a great series for you, and it flexes all of your different acting muscles, including the physical one you probably didn't remember you even had because of
Nope.
the
Nope.
wonderful
Yeah.
cowboy aspects to the series. What have you personally taken away from working on this series so far?
Well, TV is a beast. Anybody that tells you it is not, they are lying. Um, because you work for a week or 2 weeks to bring the audience 42 minutes every single week a show. And in that you are not only juggling life, you're juggling scripts, you're juggling character development, you're juggling so many things. And I was very fortunate to do a film. I would think it would be 2 years ago now. Or no, it came out last year. Okay, let me not age myself. But I got to work on a film called Single All the Way, and I got some really really good lessons from not only Kathy Najimy but Jennifer Coolidge, Jennifer Robertson, Barry Bostwick, and also Michael Urie. Um, Honestly, this has taught me to believe in myself more, trust in myself more, not be so stiff. I am a planner. I am definitely all about the craft, and sometimes for me, I can over prepare to the point where it doesn't allow me to be spontaneous. So, with this particular project and working with Larry and working with the many directors that we've gotten to work with now, it's taught me to just be there, be present, just be in the moment. My prep now is I read my script, I go over it, I know my lines. All right. I don't plan anything. I mean, if it's all of us are really, really good at working off of each other and working with what somebody is giving. And we're all super close to the point where if we're like, hey, can you a little bit more? Can you just give me a little bit more? Um, but it's taught me a lot. And even the way that I navigate my career, um, when joining on to this project, and our show creators, they know. But I was actually up for three other projects.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I had a very great pilot season. But I was up for three other projects, and something didn't feel right with the other projects.
Hmm.
And I couldn't get my finger on what was wrong. I talked to my team constantly, and uh, Walker Independence came up, and again, I read the script, like the whole script, and I was like, "It's a western, okay." I'm nervous, but even with me being nervous and scared and apprehensive, um, I wanted to dive into that, and I wanted
Nice.
to, just full force. Let's just do it. Let's go. And I talked to my team about it, and they were just like, "We support you. We think it's a great role for you, and it's something different." Because the scary part about Single All the Way that kind of petrified me was it being Netflix's first gay holiday rom com.
Hmm.
I was very afraid of getting trapped in doing that. Because sometimes, people just see you as one thing, they can't see you as something else. And again, when independence came along, I was like, I thought that they were going to be like, no, like we saw Single All the Way. No, no, it's okay. But they they didn't. And it kind of changed my perspective. And I was like, okay, I can't do other things. So honestly, a multitude of things um, have affected me, and it has changed me. And yeah, I'm super excited to see what happens in the future for me.
What are the other projects you've been busy working on? Or right now, Walker continually consumes you wonderfully.
It does. It consumes me. Um, I work every day. Today is my only day off. Um, but I have a short film coming out. I worked on it when we came off of the pilot with Larry Tang and Britt Morgan, who directed it. Super,
Wow.
super sweet human being. So that'll be coming out soon. Other than that, there are other projects that are interested. However, I am on Walker Independence, and that takes up my life. Uh, to be determined. To be determined. If we can work out something, then yeah, we'll talk about it.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the wonderful work you do on our screens?
I would say thank you. You all are the reason why we get to do what we do, which we all do love. And if you are a fan of mine or Independence or anything that I have been a part of or anything that any of us have been a part of, continue to support, because what you are doing is you are helping us tell these stories and spread it to many more people who need it. Um, I didn't I didn't understand the effect of my work until people told me what it meant to them.
Wow.
So please keep on supporting. We see it. We love it. I definitely do interact. So if you want to hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, do that.